So we're in our new putting lab here in Basingstoke. So the reason why we did this in this office room as such, one, it's quiet. Two, if you have got a few putting issues, being in front of people isn't really the best thing to do. So you can feel that you can make mistakes and it's okay. And three, we want to make it a really proper experience. The one thing about doing it in the studio, it was the noise of the machines or the people getting fitted. It was just too much, you know, if you like, ambient noise or white noise going on. So this is nice and quiet, very private, fantastic Huxley surface. We've got the best system in the world for fitting in terms of ball data analysis in Quintic 4.4. Okay, it's not a research one for those of you who know Quintic, but the 4.4 was pretty darn good. And we just want to invest in something that's really, really, really at a level which is above anyone else in the area, if you like. For me, this is the next stage in the evolution of fitting. You know, guys are spending, you know, large sums of money on drivers and irons and shafts and yes. But at the end of the day, this thing accounts for half the shots for most of you out there. So if you're trying to get better, this is a very easy, not easy to say that, low-hanging fruit of how to do it. But there's stuff in this system which you can't see with the human eye. I don't care how good a coach you are, you're not going to be able to get the information, the data. You know, you can say, oh, you're into out, but how much? It's a bit like TrackMan, right? Or quad. I think you're swinging into out, yeah, but how much? You know, quantify it. We try and now deal in facts. We're moving away from the I think to the I know scenario. And that's where the evolution of this stuff has changed. Now, down to the golf ball you should be using if you'd like to putt with something softer, if your impact ratios are high or low, what face should you be using, stuff like that. So if you're into your golf and you want to get better, how do you practice? How do you know what you're doing? You know, some drills and some postural stuff and some path stuff and eye lines. It's a minefield, you know, and some people just fumble the way through this and go, oh, I'm not a very good putter, I'll buy another one. And how many of you out there have got the same style of putter 2 or 3 times over? Yeah, guilty, we've all got those, right? So for me, this is what we were trying to do, and move it to the next level, move it up and say, right, this is what a putter fit should look like. Or if you want to work with a coach and come in and work with your stroke, every shot, next ball better. Okay, what am I trying to do? What have I done with the last one? What's changed? Make some changes. Has it made it better or worse? And that's why we've invested so much time and effort in this. And to be honest, I haven't done any videos for probably a couple of years. There's a lot of stuff out there now with guys doing stuff, but I've always had that belief that it should be factual, it should be not subjective, it should be always be this is what makes you better, you know. And whether it's not you take it on board or you use it, it's your choice, but you can't argue with the facts. It's not just like, oh yeah, I think this is really good. This will show you if you're good or bad, you know. So going forwards, myself and Ben, we're going to try and do a couple of these, like 2, 3, 4 minute videos again, understanding what's going on, understanding putting, and I'm going to just put one in there for you now that's really, really key about why, and this is mainly good players to be fair, why good players putt streaky. So when you're doing you're working on stuff, if you're a full-time player or if you're working on the mini tours or and you're grinding away and you're hitting loads of putts on the putting green, you've got your string lines out, you've got your mirrors out, you're doing your good stuff, and you're still not making enough. Now, something I'm going to show you now which will blow your mind. So, those of you that are into science, you would have seen this D-plane model, right? So this is famous, it's called the 3D model, designed, it's a TrackMan thing really, for a guy, and it shows you the 3 dimensions, if you like, of D-plane. So you've got loft of the club, you've got the start line, you've got the swing direction, and you've got the face angle stuff, okay? So we all know that if you've got a high lofted club, as you can see here, the tilt on the ball is minimal. So if you are left or right with the face angle, your D-plane tilt is minimal. Now if you get less loft, like a driver, hang on a minute, my D-plane tilt becomes more, should we say, exaggerated. See that? The movement of the ball becomes a bigger angle. Now, what's the least lofted club in the bag? Ding, 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 putter. Driver's what, 9, 10 degrees, folks? What's a putter? 2 or 3. maybe even one if you're on a really fast surface. You get no spin, you get no loft, no spin loft on that or deplane, right? Look at the tilt on that ball, right? It's huge. And then remember, a 1 degree misalignment will miss from 10 feet, fact. So, you can, this is going to be a scary bit now, you can be at a perfect impact, blue on Quintic, and you can have a rise angle of say 4 degrees, which sounds pretty good, and you can be 0.5 degree in to out or out to in, right? And the ball could miss. How? Because what's happening is the D plane is causing the ball to veer off. Now remember, it's a bit like snooker, right? With the side spin. If that surface interaction, you can hear it on here, this is a good surface, but you get on a grainy surface and it interacts with the surface, gunk, gunk, it's going to kick off. Okay? So you're looking for that end over end true roll pureness. Well, if you're D-plane putting, you're basically going to have a left to right putt that, if you're going to hooker, if you like, it's going to stay on the left-hand side, stay high, and the right to left putt is going to move more. Well, hang on a minute. I do aim point and I do all this, so I'm a 2 degree guy and doing that. Well, hang on, if it's left to right, I'm now 1.5, and if it's right edge, I'm going 3. Ooh, scary. Now it's completely changed how I see the putt. So that's why guys are really streaky when they putt, is that they potentially, it's not always true, potentially they can be slightly on what I call D-plane putting. They can be hitting low point too far back, rise angle too much, and they're creating this D-plane effect. Now I'm not saying stand there and hit down on putts, because again that drives it to the ground and creates backspin, which is really bad, and we don't want that. But you're looking to try and get as close as you can to that 0-0 idea and concept. So, you know, some of you go out there practicing and working on this stroke where you're really working up on the rise angle, may not be doing you the best of favours that. But without going on Quintic and telling you what you're doing, you're just having a guess. And fundamentally, guessing, hope is not a method. Now, again, there'll be putters you've used in the past that you've loved and you've always putted well with this one, old Billy Baroo. Reason why? It may just suit you, right? So, but we're going to show some drills going forward with a few of this stuff. Like I say, I haven't done them for a few years, but we want to just set the agenda, if you like it, and say, okay, there's loads of stuff out there now about full swing and this model and that model. Let's get down to basics. Can you putt? Can you actually roll it and put it where you want to put it? This will show you how to do it, okay? So we're going to do some stuff now. Hope you enjoy it. As always, any questions, fire them in, and then we can answer them for you. Or if you've got any specifics you want to work on and you want us to do a quick video on it or skit on it, just tell us and we'll put it on Quintic for you. All right? So enjoy that. Try and get your head around D-plane putting. It's not easy, but it does actually exist. So we'll work on that in a minute.